Welcome everyone. I'm so excited for my very first marriage podcast. I'm joined today by my little brother, my baby brother, and his beautiful wife. And we'll be discussing marriage from the perspective of the veteran and the newlyweds. Them being the newlyweds, just married in April, and me and my husband celebrating 10 years this year. So we want to discuss a lot of concepts around marriage. My baby brother and I, and Trish, when she's come this year, we have a lot of discussions on marriage. We've been having really good, healthy, deep conversations, and I really benefited from that personally. So I thought people would benefit as well widely. So just said, let's have this discussion. So before I start, I want you guys to just introduce yourselves. Tell us a little bit about yourselves. If you want to plug yourselves, go right ahead. All right, where do we want to start?
I'll just keep it short and brief. My name is Trish. I am a firstborn daughter. I'm a newlywed, happily newlywed. And I'm a model by profession, and I'm trying to branch out into being a serial entrepreneur.
Serial.
Nice. Yeah, I am the last born of 6 children. Like Stella mentioned, I am the baby brother, newlywed. But we've been together for 10 years and married for 6 months. So is it 6 or 7?
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a professional model, an actor, personal trainer, and many things. So
Another serial.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to tell us just a little bit about your story? Mm-hmm. Yeah, your love story, how you came about, how you guys got to this point from that, 10-year journey.
Yeah, it's one of those that started on social media.
Yeah.
Going down in the DMs.
Yeah, it was that whole, I don't know what the dating game is like now, but this was 2016, late 2016, and there's that like non-verbal communication that happened on Instagram, and so that's how it started. A couple of likes here, she reacted, so now I knew, okay, there's interest here.
Yes.
Then move up a notch into the DMs, just reacting to stories, not making it too obvious.
Yes.
Oh, I love you, dog. Those little stuff. And she's still replying, okay, this is a good sign. And then eventually we started chatting. And one of the significant moments for me was early in the communication. She asked me, I actually mentioned this at our wedding, she asked me, when do you intend on getting married? Which is like...
Only got time.
For me, that was like, oh, okay, that really distinguished her quickly. That, this is somebody who knows what they want. And she gave her timeline, I gave mine, and there was some similarities there. And so that's how the journey started.
Okay.
To add, I think we were also both coming out of different relationships where we were at a point where we knew, okay, this is like that last, for me at least, I was like, this is the last straw. This is something that I want to commit fully, long-term marriage. That's how I was seeing it. And during that time, I was also praying like, God, send the man that's for me. So when he came along, I just had a feeling as well, like, I need to stick here and just see. First it was like, let me see, and then with time, it's like God was just confirming, but
Yeah, that's great. You have always thought about marriage for a long time, My mom even will always tell the story. I didn't when he was younger, when he was asked, what did you want to be when you grow up? He said, a priest and a husband, And my mom's like, those two cannot, you can't be both. It's like, oh, okay, I'll be a pastor. But what made you to be a person who's interested in marriage?
I think it's really boils down to our upbringing and how we were raised. We are children of parents that emigrated to South Africa, and they immigrated with their friends and close circle, or they created a close circle of people in South Africa. And within that close circle of friends, everybody was married, everybody had children, and anybody who wasn't was on their way to that, or eventually in a couple of years they got married. So it wasn't even something I was aspiring to. It was the norm. It was as breathing, that was what men did. It was a sign of manhood, It was like, you can't sit at this table with the big guys if you are not married.
Yeah.
My mom always tells me a saying in our mother tongue that translates to: an unmarried man is the equivalent of an insane man, a mentally unstable man. Because an unmarried man can sleep anywhere. He can eat anything. And that's from our mother tongue,
Yes.
So that's how. And funny enough, when we were younger, I assumed, okay, that's how Congolese people are, because the circle that we were in were all immigrants from the DRC. But as I got older, I realized, oh no, this was a very strategic. But I don't know if it was strategic or just coincidence, but that group of people valued marriage. And so it just seemed the natural progression for me.
So you've had that exposure to marriage. What about you, Trish? What was your own exposure to marriage?
Well, firstly, of course, my parents. My parents have been together for 31 years. And I'm blessed enough to still have my parents alive and together. Also, just as he said, like, I also grew up in that community of the Congolese community, whereas everyone was married. Every auntie and uncle that I knew was married. Even up till today, there's still a few that I know that even attended the wedding that I grew up looking at like, oh, these two are married and they're living happily ever after. So it's just some of it, yeah.
Yeah, just to plug here, Mom's generation, we celebrate you guys. Can you please receive your roses, right? Really well done on that. So now that you've been in this for 6 months, right? How prepared do you think you were? Let's start with you, Trish.
We're actually having this conversation earlier on where I said to him, we were blessed enough to have 10 years of building a friendship and getting to know each other, getting to know each other's families. And it was easier for us to understand what we're getting ourselves into because we were graced with that time. But at the same time, there are also things that we've come into marriage with from the relationship.
On a personal note, I think I was very prepared. I don't think you'll be 100% prepared because there's things you can only encounter there.
Yes.
But I think I was thoroughly prepared because like you say, I've wanted to be married my entire life. So I've been asking questions ever since I was a small boy. So I really think I've been prepared. I've also been fortunate enough to be last born of 6 children. All my elder siblings are married. I've seen the good, the bad. I've seen divorces. I've seen struggle. I've seen losing children. I've seen people hitting milestones, 10 years, children getting... I've seen everything. So, and I also have the added advantage of my siblings being honest with me about the good and the bad. Trying to warn me, trying to say, hey man, I just experienced this and this and this. My eldest brother Serge always says, you have no right to fail.
Period.
And I take that to heart. I really say I don't have an excuse. Yes, there are challenges, but I feel like everything that pops up, I can say, this is what that guy was talking about. Oh, that's the counsel he gave me. And I don't cut and paste from everybody, but you learn from their experiences and you can almost then mold it to yours, mold their advice to how you're dealing with it. And sometimes it doesn't even help, but it lessens the blow to know that, oh, I'm not like the only one who struggles with these things. These are normal problems, you know, because sometimes I think men can suffer in silence and feel a sense of inadequacy, feel a sense of, oh, I didn't prepare properly for this marriage thing. Did I actually do? But I realize that the questions I'm asking, everybody asks. The mistakes the pitfalls that I see or I come across, everybody goes through these things, you know? And so I don't really struggle with that so much because I know, okay, these are the natural steps that you would go through. Yeah.
I mean, for me, obviously being a firstborn, the only examples I have of marriage is my parents and then like aunties and uncles. But I was, again, lucky enough to be learning and experiencing through you guys, you know, because I can remember even in the first 3 years of our relationship, I was always running to you. Like,
in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. I never underestimate the way God expresses his love to us by bringing us proper counselors. So I really appreciate that. And speaking on that exposure you've had to our marriage, you know, my husband, he's part of the veterans, but he was not able to make it today. Alino, being my baby brother, the last 3 years has been, you know, with his modeling, has been coming to the UK. He'll come to the UK for 6 months, do the UK summer, go back to South Africa, model for the South African summer, you know. For 3 years, he hasn't been cold. He's just and what has been, and you can be honest about this, what has been the benefit and the unhelpfulness of being that close to your big sister's marriage? Because you can hide a bad marriage if we see you every now and then, or we see you just at church and whatever. But living with people for 6 months, you know, has its ups and downs. What has been the benefit in the marriage context?
Wow, it's been, I can honestly say, and I'm not just saying this for your podcast or because you're my sister, there's been nothing negative about it. Nothing negative at all. It was really God ordained. It was so perfect for where I was as a man, where we were as a couple, and where we were heading. It was like perfect timing. And I learned so much, especially the first 2 years. I learned so much from just observation, and then some of the one-on-one talks, especially that I would have with your husband. It's so difficult to put into words because, like I say, I've been preparing for marriage the first time I came here, I was 29 or 30. So for at least 25 years, I had been getting age-appropriate counsel, but the conversations I had with your husband, I'd never had before. And they were eye-opening. Some of the things were like putting a mirror to my face and saying, yo, you need to work on this and this. You're not as ready as you think that you are. What you thought manhood is not it. What you think being a husband is a drop in the ocean. There's so much more to it. Especially from a character point of view and a spiritual point of view. Like, because one thing that your husband always says, I need to work on me, you know? So whatever's going on here, it means that there's something I need to work on about me. And it's very easy to say that person needs to fix this person needs to fix that, you know? He doesn't have that. He'll point those things out and he'll say, okay, I'll let you deal with you. I'm going to take this to God and I need to work on me. And that was just one of the things that were like, I'll give you an example. He never gets angry.
so chilled.
He never gets angry, even when there are things that like you're like, okay, here, bro. Like, I know it's my sister, but
You and I'm angry.
you know, I'm boiling. I'm like, oh, when she gets home, oh, it's going down. And then she'll get home and he just cracks a joke about it. It's moving around. I'm like, what? What just happened?
Conflict management.
He has that ability to address things. And you guys you've kind of built your language where it can be said in a certain way, in a lighthearted way, but you'll know when he's serious and when he's not. And so that's what I picked up over the years because